Hello, everyone. I have been participating in the Kwanzaa tarot spreads that Queen Auset and Veronica Rose has put forth to us, right? And I have been feeling very honored to even participate, to be honest with you. And I've been sharing my readings in pictures in my Instagram stories, but they only last a day, right? So some people might not get to see what I've actually been able to figure out. Some of these have been very, very hard readings for me this week. But I guess that's to be, expected. This is about growth, right? And I've taken lots and lots of notes in my handy dandy notebook. But what I wanted to do today was kind of like not a review, like a wrap up video, because I have found that, sitting with all that I have been able to gain from these readings, I wanted to talk about it. And I have no clue. Lots of people, I know Queen Auset has put a lot of links in her in her descriptions from her videos of other people that are doing it on YouTube and Instagram and things like that. And I thought, why am I not doing this on YouTube? I mean, it's over with now, but I was like, why am I not doing this like everyone else? I have this platform. Why not? And why am I not doing this? So I thought, well, I'll sit with it for day 7, which was yesterday, and I'll put out the readings again, exactly how they came from me, and talk about them a little, like what I was able to find, like generally in each reading for you guys, because I want to share. And I felt called to use this beautiful deck right here. It's called the Shrine of the Black Medusa. It's by a Black creator. I believe her name is Casey Ruscito. And it's a collage deck, which isn't like my go-to style for a deck, but I just fell in love with the images. I found this on Instagram, actually. It's out of print now. I believe you may still be able to get it from the UK in Little Red Tarot, the shop, but I'm not sure. I don't know. But anyway, it's a very colorful, like I said, colorful collage type art, kind of cut and pasty, kind of like this creator cut up magazines and glued them and made these beautiful tarot cards out of them, and I just fell in love with it. I mean, the readings that I've been getting with it, not to me even mention the Kwanzaa tarot readings, but the readings I've done other than this spreads that I've been doing with it, they've been really profound. Really, I've been getting really, really good readings with this deck. I mean, look at the backs of these. I may do a review of this deck on the channel, but I've just been called to actually just work with it more so than just talk about it like I do some of my others. So I've really been working with it, and it's been excellent. So anyway, let's get started. I'm gonna set this over to the side because I'm gonna be, shuffling some cards around. Now, day 1, I want to give you a little backstory too. A few weeks ago, I heard the term from Queen Auset, Imoja, and meaning unity. And I brought that principle with me into the second summit that she hosted, which I was honored to be a part of. And I love that she's doing this for the community. And so I brought that principle with me that day, and I even told her that I'm bringing unity here. I'm bringing the principle of Imoja. So that is day 1. And this is the spread layout, okay? And it's basically your overall beliefs and attitudes to unity and how you can improve unity in your family, social networks, professional life, things like that. And for my overall card, which sits on the top of the rest of the 6 cards, what was your overall beliefs? And I got the Aeon card, which I really, really sat with for a few minutes before I even turned the other 6 over, because I thought, how perfect is that for me? Because my overall belief is that we are standing at a precipice here. We are making strides. It may not have happened yet, right? this big transformation, this big change in the community. But I do believe that unity is standing on a precipice and that we are ready to turn into the new aeon. That's where my belief lies. That may not even be true, but that's where my belief is. So I thought that was really, really profound for my overall belief. And then, of course, I got some good cards. Like my professional life was the Magus. I don't have a professional life, okay? I don't make my own money. So, that's weird. But it could be a future card. I need to be using the tools at my that I have, my gifts, and use that to form a professional life, maybe, because that's one of like my goals for 2021 is to figure out what my gifts are and things like that, and what I already use. How can I do that to make money, right? Because we all need to be doing that. And then I got, like I said, I got a major arcana in between the rest of the cards, which I found really profound. So I got the Emperor, the Magus, and the High Priestess for unity. And I thought, well, there's lots of people embodying the Emperor right now. Okay. This Two of Swords splits between the Emperor and the Magus. That's pretty cool. And then right here between the Magus and the High Priestess card sits this beautiful Prince of Swords here. I love this card in this deck because he's holding this brown paper sack here. And to me, that means putting your money where your mouth is. This particular card in this spread was community. So how can I improve unity in my community? By putting my money where my mouth is. By buying things from my community. Holding it in my lap, right? Putting it out there. Putting my money out there for the community. Anyway, what I found the most profound about this particular day one reading was this card. Okay, look at all these sacred Black people, right? Because that's what this deck is. It's got Black people in it, Black, Indigenous people of color in there. And the last card in this spread is, how can I improve unity in my race, right? Now, I look at that as my white race. Could be the human race. I know a lot of people put their own kind of spin on it. But how freaking profound is it that in this entire reading, okay, in this reading, not my overall, but this is the only card without a figure in it. The only card without a human in it. Wow. That is profound as shit. Okay, now I know 10 of Discs would be like a good card, right? How can I improve unity in my race? Again, I need to be putting my money where my mouth is. But for this to have a lynx in it, instead of a Black person in the race position, it blew my mind. I was like, oh my God, that's perfect. Okay, that is perfect. That there's not a Black person here, because that wouldn't reflect me, right? That needs to be reflecting what I need to be doing. It just blew my mind. So that's what day one, the message I got was this card right here. Nope. Doesn't need to have a Black person in it, because I need to concentrate on my whiteness. I need to concentrate on my money. I need to concentrate on being the Prince of Swords here. Anyway, so on to day two. Okay, day two, self-determination, which was a good message for me. It's Kujikagulia. I believe that's how you pronounce that. And this was about your history, you, right? This is about you, your traditions, your history, how you define yourself, right? What I thought was really cool was that this Five of Discs here, it's usually like a desolation card, right? Someone is in need of help. And this came up in the position, my inner authentic name. And I thought, how the hell is desolation my authentic name? But it's not. There's two people in this card. And it is even in the other systems, there are two. There's two people standing outside of, like, in the snow, in the sludge, right? Maybe even hurt. And I thought, this is loyalty. This is loyalty. I'm extremely loyal, but it takes a lot. I mean, it takes a lot for me to get there with someone, but once I'm there, I'm there. And I thought, how perfect is that took me a whole day to realize that that was that name that it was trying to tell me. The most prominent history that I carry, Queen of Wands. How great is that? How great that my most prominent history is this sacred wand holder. Almost like this matriarch, right? A line of people that hold that wand, that are getting sacredly inspired. Creativity runs in my family, right? So I find that this, and then having this ace here, the traditional foundations that inform my life, the Ace of Wands, it's mirroring this, literally mirroring what my most prominent history is. It's sacred inspiration, right? Am I honoring that? How do I primarily define myself? I got Prince of Discs, right? So that kind of puts a wall here. I like this red wall because it feels like that's a wall of wands that I've been standing, that's behind me. But I'm a disc. Maybe I'm a disc. Maybe I define myself as a disc, but I need to be looking more at the wands. Maybe that's it, right? I kind of had those types of thoughts. How can I create for myself? I loved this Four of Cups. Not to get too graphic, but behind this figure, it looks like a yoni, okay? That looks like your button, right? I thought about self-care, right? How can I create for myself? By taking care of my damn self. Take care of yourself. That's what my message is with this. How do I speak for myself? Two of Wands. Am I going to be this figure that's just looking out into the unknown and not actually doing anything? Or do I need to listen to my highest aspiration, which is the Princess of Swords? Play leapfrog with the world. Don't just stand looking at it. You know, the world is out there. Go do something in it. Don't just stand here looking with your wands up, right? Embody this giantess here. I love this card. Oh my God. She's playing leapfrog, right? But she's a giantess. This is a mountain with the ocean right here, right? So she's jumping over this hurdle of a mountain as a giantess. And she's not even holding her sword. She has it on her shoulder, right? Like it's always there. It's always there if she needs it. But right now, she's living in the moment. She's living in the moment. She saw a mountain, she's going to leapfrog over it. That's what I get from this card. But if she needs it, it's right there. So, day 2, Kujikagalia. Self-determination taught me a lot. Day 3 was Ujima. Ujima. Collective work, right? Building community. What's the collective work? How can you help others with problem solving? How can I nurture and teach the young? I found this question to be kind of interesting because I thought, how do I? And is that just based on my motherhood, right? Or could this be other kids? This could be nieces and nephews of mine, right? This could be other people's kids that I may come in contact with. Am I nurturing and teaching them, right? I got the moon. I thought, wow, how interesting is that? Because it doesn't really lend itself to a teachable moment, right? But then I thought about the shadows of the moon. And I thought about what's not getting seen. And I thought, well, if the children ask me something, they like me because I'm honest. I'm age appropriately honest. If that makes sense to you guys. I don't hold shit back from children because they're not stupid. Okay? I don't talk to them like babies. I talk to them like humans. And lots of other adults have gotten on to me for that. But I don't care. I don't care. Get your kid out of my face if you don't want me to say what I'm going to say. With my own kids, I don't hold back. I have to talk to them. You have to talk to them. And as a mom, it's my job, literally my fucking job, to teach them how not to be assholes. How am I supposed to do that if I'm not real? If I'm not showing them the shadow parts of life, right? If I'm not sitting there and taking what is a horrible moment in their little life or a horrible test grade, right? There's ways that I use those moments as like a teachable moment. Like, well, let me sit down here and let me tell you something about a time where that happened to me and how I got over it, right? Turn the shit into a teachable moment. Turn the shadow shit that these little people are going through and be real. Be a little age appropriately real with them. That's my gift, right? And I've always known that. So that made a lot of sense after I thought about it. This was interesting too. The last three cards of this reading was how others perceive my effort. And I thought, well, I would love for them to think of me as this Queen of Swords, right? I would love for people to perceive me as this person that's very articulate and that can convey words well. But the very next card is how others perceive my level of responsibility. That, yeah, they may perceive my effort as this, but is that helping? Is having the right words helping? Am I coming from the heart with it? Because there's a lot of smart people that aren't in touch with their emotions. Like, they just say what's on their mind and they don't really care about the repercussions. Am I caring about the consequences of what I say? Right? So that was really interesting. I was like, ooh, somebody's telling me that I need to be a little bit more heart-centric here. Maybe I need to listen, right? And then personal growth. How can the sun be my area of personal growth? Well, I like to live here. I don't like to live here. I'd prefer this. I prefer to just walk a quiet path in the moonlight and deal with my shadows than bring anything out to light. I'll deal with you in the shadows, but airing my dirty laundry has never been my damn thing. Nope. Lock your fucking crazy down before you leave my house. Okay, that's my motto to my kids and my husband. We got to lock our crazy down because we're about to leave and we're about to go into society. So I don't like to live here. I don't like this. But maybe there's areas of my life, growth in my life that I need to be a little bit more open, a little bit more in the light outside of this house. So I thought that was interesting, right? How can I help others with problem solving? I felt like getting a queen here, two queens in this reading about the collective work was really profound, right? This Queen of Discs is this, I feel she has some nurturing qualities, right? Like with the moon. But this is a disc. So it's earthy. It's motherly, right? It's a more down-to-earth queen. The guidebook for this is like a little pamphlet, right? It's fantastic and it's kind of funny. This creator is kind of funny. But for the Queen of Discs, it says, the queen makes sure the whole house eats, remembering a lacking past. That made me cry. This queen remembers what it felt like to be hungry. So she's not going to let anyone else go hungry at her table. Everyone has a place at the table. How can I help others with problem solving? Inviting them to the table. Inviting them to eat at my table. So it was profound. Day 3, collective work. I thought that was going to be hard for me, like collective work, because I don't do a lot of collective work. You know, it's mostly just me sitting in front of a camera, not doing anything else in terms of a platform. So it was profound to kind of see. Okay. Day 4 was cooperative economics, which again was really scary because I'm not good with money. I've never been good with money. I wasn't taught well to be good with money. And I didn't learn well to deal with money in a personal or a collective. So beautiful these are. Now, another profound thing was that throughout the days, I got a lot of the same kinds of cards. I got the Sun a lot. I got the High Priestess a lot. I got the Nine of Wands a couple of times. I've been getting lots of the same cards. So that was pretty interesting to note as well. And to look at the majors versus the minors too. Let's pull these down a little bit. Like my personal self-sufficiency with finances is Nine of Wands. Constantly recovering, living paycheck to paycheck. You're always in recovery of what you have spent, looking to the future. Where's that next paycheck going to come from? But you're kind of bandaged after all of it. And that's spot the fuck on. And my current belief about my own economic power, Nine of Discs. Play on nines here, right? There's a defense that's happening with my finances. My current belief around that is I would like to believe that my family is this, right? In this position. That's where I want to believe. I want to stay naive. But then you look right to 3. What's my attitude to communal economics? And I get the High Priestess. I found this to be interesting because I thought in terms of the nation, right? I don't believe that the nation is going with its gut in terms of where to put their money. They don't know, right? They stand there on their precipice like the High Priestess, but they really don't know. They don't have that knowledge of where it all needs to go. They may not even be listening to the right people. So yeah, I'm going to leave that right there. And then this side over here was lots of sacred figures. I love this trickster. This is the full card in this deck. It's very chaotic, very old world clown, which makes me think of like circus music. But anyway, so it's like, how can I improve my financial self-sufficiency? Definitely, get in touch with the wand, basically. You may not be a queen, but you can embrace the princess as the lowest court card here, right? Because the princess is the page. And I can embrace that, right? And then 5 is, how can I improve my beliefs? Well, stop standing on the middle where the charioteer is. They stand there reining in 2 opposing forces. Pick one. That's how I'm going to improve, is just to pick one and ride the fucking horse down the path. Stop standing in the middle with 2 of them pulling me this way. Right? So that was pretty spot on. Financial contribution to like my local is to always have this childlike innocence, right? I am a second-hand purchaser. Nothing I have is brand new. Nothing. I will say 99% of the things in my house have come from a thrift store or a whatever you want to, you call them charity shops, whatever. They come from thrift stores, okay? 99% of what I own is second-hand. So, unless it's a gift. But I always go out into the community with this excitement of what I'm going to find. What lies in people's trash. That's been my motto since I was born. Let's make something out of trash. So that was spot on as well. And then the sun, again. Come out into the sun. Build my network. I'm not going to build that unless I learn how to put myself out there. I couldn't believe I got the sun again. I was like, whoa, wow. So day 4 was pretty profound too, when I looked at the cooperative economics. All right. And day 5 was about purpose, which was kind of scary too, to think, what am I going to pull for this? I thought, Nia, purpose. Pull that principle in. really try to listen to the cards. Open my ears, open my eyes, open my mind, open my heart. And what I found was some pretty cool things. My personal purpose was the Three of Discs, right? A sacred work right there, working with others, right? And the very next step, the step in actioning that, was the Princess of Discs. How perfect. How perfect is that? I need to embody this to get to this. That's how I'm going to work with others. That's my purpose. Embody this Princess of Discs, if this is my purpose. And then it was what was my ancestors' purpose. And this felt very perfect, having the Ace of Discs here, because it's broad, right? The aces are like vague. They're vague potentials of their suits. And I thought, wow, they're like shadows, right? My ancestors are the shades of the figures standing behind me, right? Which is perfect when I think about it. They stand with this Ace of Disc knowledge, the potential. And then how can I honor that? Embodying the Empress. Again, how perfect is that? I need to embody these figures to get to the core. It's just so profound that I got the Empress here, because I thought, I've got to be her. I gotta be the mother. I gotta be the new matriarch in my line. As the black sheep of the family, it's up to me to embody this sacred mother, this sacred Empress, for the ones that are going to come after me, and hold the Ace of Discs energy within her of the people that came before me. That was profound. And then these last three, my collective purpose. Three of Swords. Well, that didn't sit right. Of course it didn't, right? But I thought, am I helping? Again, I got this before. Am I helping? Am I being too emotional? Am I not being emotional enough? Do I not have enough swords in my heart piercing me to know what I'm talking about? The next step is the Hierophant. How am I supposed to teach if I can't get my emotions in check? If I can't get my beliefs in check? I can't embody any of these figures unless I do that. Then I can move forward and be the Hierophant. Maybe, looking back a couple of days ago, to the younger people, teach and nurture them. But I can't become the Hierophant and do that if I don't get all this in check. If I don't do the work, if I don't embody this beautiful Princess of Discs, hold the discs of my ancestors and the potential that they all hold, that they know is inside of me, and embody the Empress to do that. Take the swords that are pierced in my heart and use them. And then finally, how can I build up and develop a community? Two of Discs. Keep juggling. Keep juggling the things. Don't get stagnant, right? Back to the discs. This is the very next card. I've got all this stuff to do before I get here, before I can start juggling. But always remember to juggle, because I always can get churned back to the ace. It's kind of like, I don't mean to get too like negative here, but I will always juggle things. I can find a fault in a lot of things. And that's one of my faults, is that I take shit at face value. If it ain't good, it ain't good. And I'm not going to use it. So I will always be juggling. I will be finding the diamonds in the rough because of this juggle. That's how I can build my community. Build it up. Getting rid of the stuff that's not working. And finding the real good things to come about. So that was Nia, day 5. purpose. Okay, now day 6 was an interesting day. Let's move these over a little. Because this was about creativity, right? And I would have thought that was my strong suit. But I got some interesting cards here. Now, my special area of creativity was the 4 of discs, which is this first position here. Special area is 4 of discs, as I'm a hoarder, right? But no, it's integrity. That's where my creativity lies, is in integrity. My art is honest. My art is heart-centric. How do I currently express it? We're going way, way back to day 1. I'm expressing it with unity. With this new aeon that we're coming up against. Right? That was perfect too. A nod back to day 1. Right there. How it honors my ancestors. Again, if I'm putting my money where my mouth is and building the community, using what I get from my creativity to put back into the community, that's the message here. That's how I'm honoring it. How does it promote unity? Again, I get the Ace of Cups, right? I have this full cup here. When it spills over, I need to get another cup, right? Pull someone else in and fill their cup with my overflowing cup. Duh. I got the Sun again, which I find crazy that I keep getting. Okay. I found it crazy. How it beautifies, right? Well, if I can get my damn self out into the light and out of the shadows, then it will. It'll be beautiful. People will love it. I got a message recently on one of my recent videos on a dream that I had, and I painted this surreal painting, and someone was like, I would buy that. And I was like, this is not even good work. And I really doubted myself, and I had to stop myself and say, why did I just do that? Why did I didn't tell this person this, but I was thinking, this isn't even good. But why don't I hold their compliment a little while before I just shame myself? And so that's what I need to learn. And this message keeps coming up, right? It's about my growth. I need to sit with what people tell me. Honor my own truth. And I don't. How does it benefit the community? What does Queen Auset say? Burn it to the ground. Maybe my art is shaking things up. Maybe my art will shake things up. Maybe I can help someone else in the community with their creativity to shake things up. To add my own torch. Right? Sift through the ashes and just flush them down the toilet. So that was really profound. Then the last card was up here. How can I be more creative? 9 of Wands, which took me back a couple of days ago to the economics and how my current financial self-sufficiency. How can I be more creative? Bandit, keep going, dust myself off and keep trying again. That's the message of this card, right? It's this bandaged figure here. Dust yourself off and try again. Get the collective criticism. Get the compliments. Get it all. And then hold that. And then dust off. Try again. Try again tomorrow. Try again later. So that was a really good message. And I like how I'm keep getting the same kinds of cards so I can nod back to other days. That was really profound too. Also, because this was a creative thing, I got my notebook out, which is like a small, like a doodle pad. And I started making lines on it. And then I got my watercolors out and I painted on it. Then I got my acrylics out and painted on top of that. And what I found was so profound. So I'm going to move these cards out of the way and show you. And I've already messaged Queen Auset about this. But I wanted to share it with you guys because as a creative day, this is what I got. I painted this. Now at first it just looks like a whole bunch of hoopla, right? Just bull crap. And I thought so too. But then when I started to add colors, look what I found. There's a crown here. Okay, because I was thinking about a card that I got. And look at this. This looks, I don't know why it's white, but it reminded me of a white lily, like a lily flower. I don't know what this is. But this behind everything is a lightning bolt, right? A lightning bolt with a crown. Reminds me of the Tower card, right? But then these lines with these purple triangles here, what does that look like? That's Queen Auset's hand with her beautiful long purple fingernails. And I thought, oh my God, this is Queen Auset in a drawing that I did. And how it was her that pulled us into this Kwanzaa activity. And this was very profound for me. I did not know that it was going to turn out this way, but these lines, it reminds me of her so much. This hand here with her purple fingernails grabbing this white lily with the lightning bolt behind everything and the crown upside down here. I have no idea why I picked these colors. No idea. I just did. And if she wants me to, I will send her this picture. This original. And it's kind of shimmery. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I put some of my acrylics that I chose were like metallic. So it's like her nails are shimmery and the lightning bolt is shimmery, and this circle here kind of looks like a scrambled egg. I mean, like a fried egg. I don't know. It's shimmery. It just looks great. So yeah, if she wants this, I'll mail it to her. Okay, last day was day 7. Was Imani, faith. Now this was interesting too because as you can see, I got a lot of the same cards again. Okay. Now what was good about this was Imani is faith, right? How strong is my faith? How strong is my faith in self? 2 of discs? Not really if I'm constantly juggling who the hell I am, right? 1 minute I'm in the mirror getting ready to get in the I'm looking in the mirror getting ready to get in the shower and I'm like, damn, I'm sexy as hell. And then I'm washing my body in said shower and I'm body shaming, right? So it's a constant, I've always been in battle with myself. Family, Princess of Swords. Again, sometimes I've got to jump over the hurdle that is the family. That is my family. There's a lot of laughter, but if I need that sword, it's there. It's always there. Use my words. Because that's what's going to help us grow as a family, is to be honest. And the princess, as the page, you feel there's still some naivete with her words. Maybe I'm not good at that yet, saying what I feel to my family, but I'll get there. I'm confident. Now, community was hangman. I'm going to leave that sitting right the hell there. Collective. How strong is my faith in the collective, in the community? It's upside down at the moment. I'm just going to leave that sitting there. Now, how can I encourage my family and community to ... How can I improve them to grow? Well, again, we're nodding back to other days here because I've already gotten this card a couple of times. It's about the integrity. It's about holding on and being grateful to what I have, right? Leading by example almost. Showing those in my family and in the community. I'm an advocate for actually using what I have. not just keep buying and buying and buying. But I'm an advocate for, like, if you bought that, you bought it for a reason. Use it. So I feel like that's my message, is how can I get them to grow? Look at what you already have, and you'll grow with that. Lead by example. This was funny. How I encourage my family and community to value their accomplishments. Lust. You need to have some. For what you do, you need to have some kind of passion. You need to hold that passion in your soul for what you're doing. Take your accomplishments and love them. Love them about yourself. This was a perfect card for this position. Keeping commitments. You better. Because I'll take my wand and hit you with it. I burn bridges. I'm bad about that. I'm really, really bad about that. People have tried to give me excuses before, like, oh, well, I had this to do and I had this to do. Well, you didn't let me know. So guess what? I won't accept your invitation again. I won't invite you again. And I don't. I've lost a lot of people, a lot, over the years. I don't have any friends anyway. This is why. Because if you're not going to keep your commitments, I'm a person that is kind of ancient in this thinking. I think, when I think of other people, my word is my bond. If I tell you I'm going to be there, I'm going to fucking be there. And if you're not there, we're done. Literally, I won't talk to you again. So, and that's a fault. That can be a fault of mine. I've lost a lot of people that may have had a good excuse, but I didn't trust them because I didn't know them like that. I'm just like, okay, sure. Your mom was in the hospital? Fine. Okay, whatever. And then never talk to them again? That's a problem. Okay, that's a problem that I have with myself. I don't trust people. My wand is on fire a lot. But a lot of people don't put my fire out either. They let it burn. They let me burn that bridge. They don't try to have a relationship with me. So, yeah. That was profound. Okay, now how can I encourage them to stay on point, stay on purpose? Work with them. Be one of these circles here with the other people. Be part of the work. We can only stay on purpose if we're working together. How can I expect my family and community to stay on point if I'm not working in the triangle with them? If I'm not one of the circles of the triangle, one of the points of the triangle? We'd be all kinds of topsy-turvy here. That was profound. And that's day 7. Imani. Faith. I want to thank Queen Auset and Veronica Rose. I'll leave both of their channel links below. Please go check them out. This has been quite an experience. This deck is quite an experience. These messages have been really profound, really hurtful to see some of the sides of me that I don't really look at. Learning how to be the sun, even though I really don't want to. So yeah, it's been hard, but I wanted to kind of do this wrap-up video because I wanted to share some things instead of just a 24-hour photo on Instagram. So I hope you go check those channels out. Look for some VRs. Who else may be participating in the Kwanzaa tarot spreads? I've been finding it really good to hear from all the other people in the community. So thank you. And I hope to see everyone again. Much love.